do it.
Let's rock and roll. We are live and in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where I have a little help with my friends. Here we'll disguise the highs and lows of reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive that you're going to hear something that is going to help you become a better reseller. I'm your host, Ray, and I'm joined with two of my co-hosts here. We have Brendan, Big Time Flips, with the tank top. What color flip-flops do we got today, Brendan?
I got the blue fade going back.
What are they? What a gradient, or is that just like mildew? What are we looking at here?
Oh, these are brand new. I got these like.
Okay, all right. And we got Joe here, the other co-host of the pod. What's going on, Joey? You doing okay?
Joey.
We just got back from Vegas a few days ago, and I'm trying to recover from that because then we got to go to Tennessee in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And today we have a very special guest. Today we have Anna, Joe's offspring. How are you, Anna?
I'm good. Joe's offspring. Thanks.
Joe's
That's
offspring.
great.
There we go. So, guys, if you don't know, this is Anna. Anna is Joe and Nicole's daughter. And we wanted to have Anna on because she is an absolute amazing whiz kid. Crochet business going crazy. You're like a violinist extraordinaire. Joe, you sure this is your kid, right?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I was in the hospital for a lot when I was born. So maybe you got a little switched. But I do think we have the same nose.
Yeah, we have this.
Oh yeah, you're definitely Joe's daughter for sure. So Anna, before we get started, the question that everybody is they're dying to hear.
Okay.
What is the most embarrassing story that you can tell about your dad?
Wow. Your mom didn't prep you for that question, did she?
The most embarrassing story?
It's like a Rolodex. Embarrassing stories.
Yeah, like
Right?
the most embarrassing thing he's ever done growing up. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is my dad. I can't even.
Mm-mm.
I feel like there was one time when I
That's
was
how professional
really...
I am, you guys.
I highly doubt that.
Or the funniest story that you know about your dad.
Funny story?
Okay. I do know when we do... I only can think of this right away because we haven't done it for a while. But when I would have to help them do the commercials.
Oh,
And
I Flip That game show commercials.
He's producer Anna. This is producer Anna.
Yeah.
Backstage.
Watching them try and film these things. I helped you guys do the Working 9 to 5 one. And every time I hear that song, I've been scarred for life because it took
Working
him
9 to 5.
so many times.
And it wasn't even a commercial for the game show. It was promoting us being on somebody's podcast.
Okay, so it took him forever to film it. And then I had to edit it. And so I can't listen to that song anymore. You've ruined it for me.
Do you remember who it was for, Joe?
Yeah, it was the Get Thrifty podcast. She's a manager lady. Brendan, you know who she is. She spoke at the Boss Thing last year. She's, I can't think of her name. She owns the thrift stores, or not. She doesn't own. She manages the thrift stores in Colorado.
The ARC thrift stores?
Yes, the ARC thrift stores.
Okay,
so she asked us to be on the podcast, and then we said yes. And then she's like, "Can you promote it?" And we're like, "Oh, we'll promote it because we already had this idea."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was the idea for the people? What was it?
Yes. About
is it on your Instagram? We probably should play it. Then we get it like banned for life from Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's going to come get my money.
Well, I'll stop over there on Friday or Saturday when I'm over in Gatlinburg, and I'll talk to her. We'll make it good.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so that was one thing. And then I do remember there was one with dodgeball.
Oh.
And we did that in front of Goodwill.
Yeah, that was another.
And I just got to whip them at you. Now, I mean, that wasn't embarrassing, but there were like people kind of watching, so I was kind of like.
I mean, it's almost to the point now you just see people recording things.
I know. I mean, I do that at the craft store too sometimes, but I'm a little bit more subtle than getting dodgeballs chucked at me.
I'm not subtle.
Never.
Joe is not subtle. Do you not know your parents?
No.
Oh, no, I know them.
Yeah, not subtle at all. But Anna, so for the people that may not know, so tell us about your crochet empire that you have. That
Okay,
like it's I think it's funny because it's like, you know, Joe's a reseller and it's like this entrepreneurial, like how did that like trickle down? Were you always like a crocheter? Like what made you go from hobbyist to okay, maybe I can start making a little bit of money doing this crochet and then building it to a very successful YouTube channel that Joe needs to probably take some notes from. You know, into this and crochet empire.
I think, okay, because I've been crocheting for like 4.5 years. I started in January of 2019. And let me think. I then was like posting on Instagram. I started posting on Instagram like 6 months later because like my stuff wasn't just terrible anymore. And after getting onto Instagram and then seeing all these other people's crochet businesses, I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then I started like buying patterns from people. And then that fall, I started designing my own like Halloween patterns and I was just releasing them for free. And eventually I was like, okay, I want to design a paid pattern, which I don't have with me. Sorry. And I decided to do that and launch an Etsy shop and try selling patterns because I was like, okay, if I just crochet this thing, design this pattern and sell the PDF, that's all the work I ever have to do. So I can just keep, So I can just keep doing that. And so I did that because I wanted, another thing that is kind of selfish is I like designing patterns that I want for myself. Like I just designed, everything is mirrored, I think. These Totoros, this is my own pattern.
Yeah. I just Studio Ghibli, right?
And I wanted Totoros with feet and I couldn't find any that size that had feet. So I was like, I'm going to make this and then because I want it and then people will buy it. And then with selling in person, I was watching a lot of crochet YouTube videos and I think it was a little bit after I had started my own crochet YouTube because I always wanted to have like a crafting YouTube channel because like I always grew up watching crafter people. But then I was like, this is really cool. And I have a ton of stuff I've already made. So then I just started applying to events and stuff like that. But I don't know how to speak. It hasn't totally been like, I'm going to make so much money. It's more like, I'm going to make money so I can buy more yarn.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's becoming like, okay, I can make money and do this and then like help pay for school and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's
smart.
Awesome.
Very smart.
That's awesome. So you say crochet patterns. Like
yes.
For the people that may not know, like what is like a crochet pattern? You mentioned PDF, so it's like a design, like a step-by-step like thing, or like what does that look like?
So a crochet like pattern is something where like if I buy one, like there are patterns I've bought or whatever, and it will tell me what I need to do to crochet said plushie. So I'm trying to think. These ones were free, but like if they were paid, they would have like picture tutorials. They would have all of like the individual rows and what I need to crochet to do that. Some of them include video tutorials. I just did video tutorials for these for the first time. But a lot of times it gives you like the stitch counts. So with crocheting, you crochet like row by row. And so it gives you every single row, how to assemble things. So like with these guys, I was like, okay, you have to sew the arms onto row 8 and sew these on and things like that. And like, okay, you want to make the special little eyes. Here's how I made these eyes with felt and things like that. So it's essentially a tutorial, but it's just like on paper, like almost like a blueprint. It's under like the patterns and blueprints under like the Etsy listings.
Okay. So do you have physical, I guess, crochet things that you sell on Etsy too, or is it just the patterns?
Well, I really wanted to this summer to start selling some of my physical plushies and items on Etsy. But then I kind of booked myself with markets and I needed the inventory for those. So then I kind of postponed that. I think I've done 2 markets this summer. Yeah, I've done 2 markets this summer. I did one in Monticello and then one in Clearwater. And the one in Monticello, like, almost sold out. And so then I was like, I have nothing that I could even sell. Or, I mean, I could get rid of my personal collection, but I'm not going to do that. I'm selfish. Yeah, I don't sell physical ones on Etsy. I do sometimes take custom orders depending on if they pass, like, my scam checks, because I get a lot of scam people being like, can you crochet me this Spider-Man plushie with my kid's name on it? And I'll go, this is really kind of weird because I've already seen other people talk about this message. So, like, I'll get, like, the same message from different accounts.
Crochet scammers?
Yeah. Or people will be like, yeah, can I, like, is this still available? And then I'll be like, yeah, I'm selling it for this. And they're like, okay, I don't have PayPal or Venmo. Can I send you a check? And I just go,
classic. Delete.
No, this is not. Yeah. So I haven't sold through Etsy physical items, but I do sometimes through Instagram if there are people I'd like to vet it out.
Okay. Now the shows that you're doing, like, what made you want to do, like, the physical, go into, like, these little markets and then these little, I don't know, what would you call them, little pop-ups and
like a vendor event?
Yeah. Like, what made you want to do that? Just to...
Well, this is really terrible. I wanted to do it because I wanted to make money. But
yeah, I mean, isn't that what we all like to do, is make money? I mean, we're in the reselling business to make money.
The bigger reason why is because I had watched all these other people do it on YouTube, and they rake in thousands and thousands of views, and my account was still really small. And so I was like, okay, I have all this stuff. I'm going to I can make a ton of content when I do this. I mean, I can have a whole video dedicated to just the event. And then right now I'm working on 2 videos after my last event where it's just me crocheting my inventory again, or, like, restocking. And that's even more content. So essentially, like, even if I didn't do very good at the last market, I'm still getting content out of it. And then that's getting me ad revenue. So that's kind of really why I wanted to do it. And it's a really popular thing to do. I thought it'd be fun to try. People, I think my last video that I posted, like, 2 weeks ago with my actual successful market, I think it's at, like, 6K views, which is pretty good for me. I used to be doing better, but then I stopped uploading consistently, which is my fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to do it to get, like, content ideas, because, I mean, there's a lot you can do with crochet, but there's also a lot of people that crochet.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. Which, you know, that's what successful YouTube channels do, is they niche down to those particular people, and it just blows up. What is the name of the YouTube channel, Anna, so the people that are listening can go and subscribe to Anna's YouTube channel?
It's just Miss A Crochet. It's pretty much Miss A Crochet anywhere. I have Instagram, and then I, like, cross post onto Facebook and YouTube. Those are my 3, like, primary things. But Miss A Crochet, or it's like miss.a.crochet.
Gotcha. And what kind of content are you making at these shows? Is it just, like, preparing for the show, at the show, and then replenishing the show? There you go.
So a lot of people are very interested in knowing. A lot of people that I think watch me are also crocheters that are interested in doing markets. And so I think they like to watch, and, like, what I like to watch is to see what sells well, and also how I price things and what my prices are, and also, like, my display. So a lot of people ask me questions about, like, where I got things for my display. I have, like, I crochet chickens, and then I have a chicken coop that they sit in, and people constantly ask me about where I got that. So I think people really like it for, like, the inspiration, and I mean, they do like to see, like, oh, she's funny and whatever, but I do think that it is definitely for inspiration for their own businesses, or for things that they just want to crochet. And a lot of times, or at least for me, is I just like to listen to people while I crochet, because sometimes, like, it's too hard to watch a show or, like, listen to things, like, and really pay attention while crocheting. So it's just kind of something to have on the background as well.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And the reason why I ask is, I know one of the popular, you know, we talk about, or at least I talk about, trading cards and Pokemon cards on this show all the time. But one of the things that I've absolutely addicted to is watching on YouTube is like vendor perspective videos on YouTube, to where like it's a Pokemon vendor at a show, and what they'll do is they'll put a camera there and then they'll film the interaction with the buyers.
Yes.
And you're like, you know, like, I want that. Would you take this? Would you take that? So it's like a very like transactional, which is kind of like garage sale videos, but it's Pokemon cards and it's a lot. So I was just wondering if it was like similar to what you were doing, but it sounds like it's a little bit different.
I mean, it's similar to what other people that are better than me are doing.
Gotcha.
Because I use my phone for like the square reader and all the card stuff, and I use my phone.
Yeah.
That can be problematic at like a busy market. And I was evil, and at the July market, I wasn't there. I had to force them to help me run it because I had to go to rehearsal because I was playing in a pit, and that was our first rehearsal with the cast. So I was gone.
The mosh pit.
Yeah.
Mosh pit.
No, it's not that. But I had to have them do it. But they were saying like it was so busy. Like I like to have them write down what sold, and they were missing things because they were just such a constant line.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to get that like customer interaction and footage when I'm limited to like my phone and their phone. And
you
my
could always set up a GoPro.
That's true.
Yeah. That's what they do. They'll do what they do in the shows, because I've been there, Anna, is they'll set up the GoPro and then they'll have like an external microphone on them.
Right.
So no matter what, it's like it's picking up the transaction. And even when they sell something, what they'll do is they'll take a picture of what sold. And so they know like, okay, this left my inventory. And then they'll go from there. They'll fix or do whatever. But you mentioned rehearsal, the pit. You're also a amazing violinist. Is that right?
Violinist, yeah. Or musician, whatever, yeah.
I mean, do you play multiple instruments? I mean, I don't know. You were playing with like recently you were playing in the pit. And the pit of what is it? The Minnesota, what was it, Joe? The
Buffalo Community Theater.
It was a small town play.
Okay.
That was all. You know.
First chair?
Yeah.
See?
Look at that.
She's been first chair at her college orchestra for a while.
I was first chair last year, yeah.
Wow.
It's scary.
What? I bet. Don't you guys have to like duel it out? Like if a second chair like challenges you, do you have to like
like Mortal Kombat?
Like have a violin off? Isn't that a thing?
Little banjo, little violin off. Back and forth.
Like I challenge you for first chair, and you have to like.
No.
No, is that not a thing?
No. Well,
how do you become first chair?
No. Okay, so a lot of people want to be first chair. I mean, like that means that you are.
Hey, my good friend Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first, you're last now.
It means you're like the best of the orchestra, right? And so in my school, I wasn't first chair when I transferred there, obviously. Like I just transferred. I was second violin, and then the year after that, I was first violin, but I wasn't first chair. We already had a first chair. First chair, they graduated. And so then when it came to like this last year, we do like an audition kind of thing. It's more like you just get some music and you record yourself playing, and then you submit it to the conductor. And so I had done that. And well, there was a whole thing with this other person, but I ended up getting first chair because she was just a community member who I have beef with, but whatever.
Ooh, and see? So, told you. Showdown, Brennan.
There is a little bit, but not because of that. It's because she was a bad person. Anyway. Anyways,
what was her name? Brenda?
Sorry.
No.
So, what was her name, Anna?
I don't want to dox her, but she is blocked on all my social media.
There you go.
Ooh, okay. So, it runs deep.
It's real.
So then, whatever. She never showed up because she's a flaky person. And so I was placed there. And so in a lot of times you're placed there. It's not like I fought to be here. The conductor will place who they think belongs there.
Gotcha.
And you mentioned second violin being jealous. Second violin, so it was me playing first violin, and then second violin was one of my orchestra bestie, Megan, and she did not want to all. Shout out to Megan. Love Megan. She did not want to be first at all. Like when I would be like, this is so stupid and hard. She's like, shut up. She's like, you're good at playing, like whatever. So she was totally my cheerleader. But
She
there
hyped you
is,
up.
it's like, there's a little competition between people for sure in like the bigger, higher up things.
You know, we have a joke. We have not necessarily a joke. There's a lot of truth in the jokes that we tell here. We think that your father's like low key rich, and now we like know that like, you know, with Anna's like all her hobbies are like rich people hobbies, like violinists and like crocheter. So I think it just adds on to the to the myth.
Yeah.
And way to just add to the myth.
And you guys just went to Vegas, balling out of control.
Yeah, you just went to Las Vegas, and then you're fixing to go to Nashville. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's mom's money.
That's mom's. So see.
That is good.
So Anna, how was Las Vegas?
It was super fun. Very, very hot.
Yeah.
I enjoyed people watching. I participate in a lot of grandma hobbies, as I joke, and then now as other people I know joke, because I crochet, and then I do like to gamble, and I like to people watch. So it was definitely my grandma hobby era there. But no, it was super fun. It was crazy. It was just crazy to be there, and like what was it called? Like
the Fremont downtown.
That
downtown
was
Vegas.
crazy cool.
Brendan knows he's
yeah.
in there.
Well, because he did like we could see the people
ziplining.
Thank you. It was super fun. I did not win big. I don't think any of us did.
No, it was fun.
No. Are you a big gambler, Joe?
No, I don't like to play slots, so I waited until almost the last day when we found a good table and I played craps. I like to play craps.
You didn't play roulette at all? I played roulette.
I didn't play. The table was full.
That's true.
You got on, and then once you left, then Nicole took your spot, and we went to go play craps, and then
Did you win anything on the roulette table, Anna?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Did you win anything at the roulette table?
Did you? You might have won a little bit.
I think I did, and then I spent it all on craps.
Yeah.
I've
never been.
Because the minimum to play for roulette was $10, and then the minimum for craps was $15.
Oh wow!
Which was
you need to walk up to that table with $500 or $600 easy to make sure you can take those bad beats on the dice.
Right.
Brendan, have you ever been? You've been to Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, twice.
Are you a big gambler?
I'm not. I don't like to gamble at all.
I don't like to gamble either.
The last time I was there for Boss, I did like $10 on slot machine just to say I gambled in Vegas, and I lost it in like 2 pulls. And I was like, man, I'm done with it. Like, I'm over it.
I don't understand the game. Like, I see videos of like the slot machines, and there's all this stuff going on, like the digital slot machines where you like hit the button. Yeah. I don't understand what's going on. I have no clue.
You just play and you just don't know what's going on.
We know, Mom and I know how to do what the pig one and the firework one.
The pig one is where like it gets bigger.
Yep. And then they have a goldfish one that does that as well.
Yeah, the fish one. So like once you like feed the fish, then they get bigger and eventually that they explode and then the bonus happens.
Oh yeah.
Or the other one, if you get like the fireworks, eventually the fireworks go off. But those are the ones that I like where you have like a visual thing to see, but there are some other ones where I'm like, it totally goes over your head for sure.
Mm-hmm. Ray, as soon as you get out, you haven't been, but as soon as you get off the terminal in Vegas, I mean, like slot machines are right in your face, like right.
Anna couldn't believe it.
That was crazy.
Really, like right there, like right off the.
Like as soon as you come out there, I mean, as far as you can see.
Yep.
Dang.
Like if you have a layover, you can just gamble the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like right next.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Dude,
that's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, you lose all your money before you get into the town.
That's isn't there like I know that when we went to FlipCon, Art of Resell was, we roomed together. And so the funny thing is because he's from Las Vegas, so like every little thing he was like tipping people, and I'm like, dude, I don't think he's like used to tipping people. I'm like, you don't need to like tip people like that here in North Carolina, you know?
Right,
But I guess isn't that a thing? Isn't that like a thing in Vegas? Like you always got to like.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's all service based, like, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when are you taking me to Las Vegas, Joe?
Well, when do you want to go, Ray?
Well, we have to go back in October or September.
Yeah.
Ooh, so my birthday's in September, Joe. September 16th.
Yeah.
Hey, Nicole's going to Colorado for a sister trip that weekend, so we'll just go to Vegas instead.
Ray,
yeah, let's do it.
Ray, your birthday's on Independence Day?
Yeah, Mexican Independence Day.
Okay.
Nice. Everyone has a party on my birthday.
I think you guys
real Mexican Independence Day, Joe, not that Cinco de Mayo crap.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think you guys should just fly from Gatlinburg right to Vegas.
Yeah.
There you go.
Straight there.
So did you win any money, Joe, while you were there?
No.
I barely. I gambled a little bit playing craps, and that was it. Nicole lost my money for me, so.
Oh. See, that's what I'm worried about. I don't like losing money. I don't like losing any kind of money.
I
don't either. And playing slot machines, I just look at it like you it's up to the machine if what sequence they're at if you're going to win money.
Yeah.
Hey, I did really good at that one.
I would rather throw dice and take the chances.
Throw dice because there's a chance that you were the one. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. That makes sense. But Brendan, before we got on here, Brendan's saying that he had to go to the hospital this week.
Oh,
yeah.
Too many sales, Brendan? What happened?
No, I was just there yesterday. I don't know, man. I've had like this pain from my head to my neck, and at first I thought it was like a headache, but I've had it for 2 weeks. So I went in there and they didn't find anything, but I was like, that's not normal, you know? So, and I didn't stay or anything. I was like, you know, I got to get out to do the podcast. So
were you?
No, I was in there for a few hours, but they just gave me some shots and some pills and sent me on my way.
Are you good now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good now. The last shot I got didn't really last that long, so I'm waiting to see how long these are gonna last. But
is it like a neck? Is it like a neck thing, back thing?
I don't know. They said it might be a nerve thing, so I gotta follow up with a doctor this week.
Brendan, I'm seeing a pattern here because I went to the hospital, the clinic last week because I had I thought heart issues going on. I think this podcast is doing something for you, Brendan.
Hey,
stressing us out, man. Stressing us out.
Yeah, I need to look out now. I need to be careful. Dang.
Hey, Anna, at least you know you're going to be well off if something happens to Joe with his millions of dollars that he has.
100%.
Millions of dollars.
So tell us about, you mentioned your heart, and I know that you had mentioned it at the Marco, like right before you went to Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the weekend before, I think we had a little pool party again.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was smoking ribs.
See? He's rich. Y'all rich, Anna? Pool parties?
Uh-huh.
Was this the last one?
Exactly.
Every year.
Was this last one that you hosted for the elites in this country, and then right next to Lake Joe and all that stuff?
The last one was her pool party with her 7 friends. So yes, the elite.
Yeah.
The elite. That's what you call each other, right?
Yeah.
Also, no, we don't like the elites. At least I don't.
It's all
I don't like you.
Yeah, I guess I'm out then.
You are.
Anyways, smoking ribs. I had to carry this big smoker back, and I felt muscle do something in my pack right here, because I'm ripped and I'm not. But also I'm like, oh, that kind of hurt. And a few days later, also I'm like, okay, I'm feeling my heartbeat, and then I feel this weird, and I'm like, okay, it's my heart doing. So I tell Nicole, who's a medical coder, and she's like, we don't mess around with that stuff, especially with us going to Vegas this weekend. I don't need to sit in an ER in Vegas.
Right.
A bunch of weirdos who knows what they went
vomiting everywhere.
Right. So I went that day, and they're just like, it's the muscle just spasming, doing weird things, whatever. So they're like,
the real
all
question is,
all the tests were fine.
The real question is, did you get any grease on the shirt you were trying to protect?
No, I did not get any grease, and that's the whole reason. I had to, because it just gets greasy from the ribs and stuff, so I had to hold it way out far, and
I mean, your pec just goes.
Mm.
How's your pec now?
That's fine now. I don't know. Going to Vegas, cures a lot of things, I guess.
That's where you just grill with no shirt on. That's what I do. I just don't have a shirt on.
So you thought it was something wrong with your heart?
Oh, because it was like tight, like the muscle was like doing weird things, you know how like you get cramp in your leg, you pull a muscle or whatever, and that's what it was doing with it. And I'm like, I can feel my heartbeat, and then I feel it just, and then I'm like, okay, my pulse is good and everything. And Nicole's like, we're not taking chances. She's like, I see too many people go into their ER that she codes for that wait way too long, and they were already way beyond helping sometimes.
Dang.
Get it figured out.
I was telling Brennan, that's like my biggest worry. It's to be like hospitalized for something that I could have prevented. I'll tell you what, the craziest thing that's ever happened to me is that I would have these, like my back, like all of a sudden, like back left, like around my kidney, like it would just like hurt. Like even then just like where my spine, it would just like hurt. And it would like, I would wake up in the middle of the night, just like hurting. Right. And I remember one Super Bowl Sunday, I woke up in the middle of the night and I told my wife, I said, I got to go to the hospital. I don't know what's going on with me. I can't sleep. I feel terrible. And she's like, no, let's just wait. Let's go in the morning. And then like the next week I went and they did all these tests on me. They couldn't find anything. And I got a second opinion with another doctor. And she said it was my gallbladder. My gallbladder was inflamed.
Oh, wow.
And I went to the doctor about that. They did a whatever ray or whatever. And they saw that all the gallstones were stuck in that duct. And then that's what was causing all the pain. And the doctor said that those are called like gallbladder attacks or whatever. And people say that when they have those, they think they're having heart attacks. And that's how much like the pain that I felt from that. And they got it out of there. Took it out through my belly button, Brendan.
Oh man.
Weird, right?
That sounds painful too. Just to take it out.
Yeah, through my belly button. Just took it right out.
Wow.
Of course I was asleep. The only bad thing though is that whenever I have to eat, I have to go to the bathroom immediately.
Really?
Still right now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, whenever I eat, literally like clockwork, like 5 minutes when I get done eating, it's like, oh, gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what not having a gallbladder will do to you.
Man, that's inconvenient.
They didn't remove your gallbladder, did they?
They took it out through my belly button.
They didn't remove the stones that were in the gallbladder.
No, they took the whole thing out.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
It's been a minute. It's been like probably like 7 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the craziest thing, they give you this thing to like blow in because your ab muscles are just like shot, right? So it's like a little medical tube, and inside the tube there's like a marble, and there's little nicks of like, like the distance. So you blow into it, and they have you do it like right before you have the surgery to see how high you can get the marble. Mm-hmm. And then once you're done with the surgery, you blow into it and you try to get it up to that point. Dude, it's so hard because you're using so much of your abdominal muscles. I know I said that completely wrong, but yeah, it was tough. So gallbladders, if your back's hurting right now and you think it's something, it might be your gallbladder. Get it taken right out.
Did not know that.
I guess it runs in my family because my sister had her gallbladder taken out, and like all my aunts had their gallbladder taken out.
So what causes that? It's just like, I mean,
they said like eating,
just
fatty foods over time. It causes those gallstones in there. So,
I mean, it doesn't help when you're, like I said last week, you're in Nashville, so you got all that fire food down there. It's all not good for you, but still,
it's not. I don't think my Mexican body was made to eat macaroni, cheese, American fried chicken,
probably not.
Whatever, and buttermilk biscuits like all the time.
The whole thing, like, I'm also a sociology major, and so in my medical sociology class, we did a food unit, and one of the studies is they would look at like immigrants' diets before they moved to America, and like their health and whatever, and then they would check in with them after they'd moved to America, and like their gut health and everything was just like shot because they've just been eating all this terrible food here. So it's really crazy. And so, yeah, it's totally that for sure. And like,
I mean, yeah,
like,
because I don't
people
think
if you move out of the U.S., like the change in your health as well is so different.
Yeah, it's crazy. My mom and dad moved back to the States back to Mexico after my dad retired. And she says the food there is like, everything's like fresh. It's not like you're going, like it's packaged food. Mm-hmm. And they even said that they were saying that recently they were going to ban like 80% of the corn in Mexico comes from the United States.
Yes. It's insane.
But the corn that's coming is like genetically modified. Yep. So now Mexico is banning all U.S. corn because it's messing with the people in Mexico because of all the food that they're not used to eating and stuff like that. So
no, we talked about that a lot in our food unit and stuff like that. And like I even noticed it when I was traveling to Peru and Costa Rica recently. I mean, like all the fruit there is just, it's like, it's so much better. It's even bigger and better than what we have here, but our stuff is like scientifically better. I'm like, why are we doing this? This is stupid. Yeah.
Seedless watermelon, Joe. Answer that question.
What's that?
Seedless watermelon. Answer that question.
Not natural. Not natural. Man, you know what, man? That's like I think that's one of the few fruits I don't really like is watermelon.
Same.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Watermelon.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Because it's like chewable water. It's like chewable water.
No, dude, watermelon is so good. Out of any fruit, watermelon is like top tier.
Yes.
I can't do it, man. I mean, I can eat it. It's not like I just don't like it. Look,
look, I did the thing.
we were trying to do that last week.
Yeah.
Some of it worked and some of it didn't.
Doesn't work. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just like, I mean, I'll eat it, but it's not even close to being my favorite.
What's your favorite fruit, Anna and Brennan?
Man, I'd probably say either strawberries or pineapple.
I was going to say pineapple. Even though I do think I'm like kind of allergic to it because it does make my mouth hurt really bad. But I love it.
Yeah, it tastes
Is
really
it
good.
just because of the tartness?
I don't know. But like I've talked to other people and they're like, I don't have that. And I go, okay. So then I eat it in moderation.
Okay. My brother-in-law, Tim, is highly allergic to pineapple. Like he keeps an EpiPen with him because something if anything, even if it's like a pineapple pizza, like if you take the pineapples off and he still eats it, straight to the hospital. So it's like you can't have any pineapple around him. It's the craziest thing. I don't know what's in it that just, and he's like a big, strong fella. So it's like genetically, I don't know, something's going on with his body with pineapple. But excuse me, salt on watermelon.
No,
even then, no.
I've done it very often.
The little tahini, the little chili powder on watermelon.
Can you really call that salt though? I mean, it's not really. Tahini's not really salt. Is it really salt?
No, it's like hot, like little hot sauce.
Yeah,
stuff on it.
But
have you had that, Anna? The little tahini, Joe?
No, I don't like watermelon.
Joe, have you had it?
The texture.
No, I haven't.
I can do the texture of watermelon, but I can't do the flavor. Like even watermelon flavored candy, I'm like, this is nasty.
What is Anna? What's wrong with you? Does Nicole like watermelon?
Oh, she loves watermelon. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I buy watermelon just for the two of us.
My conspiracy theory is that she ate so much watermelon when she was pregnant with me that I ended up hating it.
Could be.
That's a good one.
Conspiracy.
Have you guys ever seen those? This is like, I don't even know why we're talking about this, but have you guys ever seen like those people, like the zookeepers, throw the whole watermelons in like a hippo's mouth and they crush them with their teeth?
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. I didn't think they were that strong.
Oh,
dude, hippos will murder you, man.
Yeah, they kill a lot of people.
Yeah,
don't they say hippos kill more people than like sharks and all kinds of stuff every year?
Yeah.
I don't really hang around hippos, so I don't know.
And they're fast too, Brendan. I think they can clock up to like 20 miles an hour or something like that.
Wow.
Faster than you and your flip flops.
Mm-hmm.
I just run barefoot at that point.
Or run uphill or downhill. What is it? Downhill? Like with a bear, you run downhill?
Yeah. I'll just run on all fours.
There you go.
They gotta help.
You think you're faster in all fours
I think
than
so.
two legs?
I think so. I think I could.
I recently saw a video. I saw a video today of a group of guys, and they were they have to run a 40-yard sprint, a 40, to determine the draft order in their fantasy football team. So that's how they did it.
Yeah.
So, but it was just like dudes that weren't meant to run, and then it shows their clock time. It's like 8 seconds.
Right. I saw one where they had ice bath. Whoever can stay in the ice bath the longest.
Oh man.
Ooh,
Like some lady was in there for like almost 4 minutes, and I'm like,
wow.
that's
Dude, your body gets numb like at some point.
Yeah.
Just doing that. I remember even jumping in Lake Michigan like in September, and it was like 40 degrees, and I didn't know that. Jumped in, I had to get right back out because I was like instantly numb, like in shock.
so. They don't do polar plunges in Michigan when it's cold and there's.
Yeah, they do, but this was years ago I did that. But yeah, man, I had to get out right away because like your body goes into shock, being that cold. It's like I don't know how people do that, like polar plunges and ice, man.
They're braver than us. They're braver
I
than
guess.
us.
Nicole tried talking me into doing that just to make a funny video out of it or something. And I'm like,
It's like, why don't you do it, Nicole? One of these days, your dad's gonna snap on all of us, and he's gonna be like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not dressing up in a bear suit. I'm not wearing this. I'm not wearing whatever you tell me to wear. I'm not jumping in this. I'm not doing this. Joe's gonna snap.
We're gonna record a podcast, and he's gonna.
I'm pretty sure when you came home from garage selling last week, you were holding a couple of wigs. So I think
can't pass up on the cheap wigs. You can't pass up on.
There you go.
I mean, what kind of wigs are we talking about?
Well, hold on 1 second and I'll show you.
Oh, he just keeps them on standby.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I thought you would never ask.
Yes, you did.
Did he bring that hat with him, Anna?
This one?
Is it over there?
The one that people were asking him about?
Well, I asked him if he was going to flip. I asked him on a polo. I was like, if he's going to flip that or keep it, because that's like a $150 hat.
Well, did you see the text? We'll talk about the hat. Oh,
right.
My gosh.
Oh, see? There you go.
I need a guitar. I'm like, a hairband.
Van Halen.
There you go. You need a guitar with that. You need a guitar.
That's what Ken's hair used to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Exactly.
Which is crazy.
The wig smells like wig.
Well, it's a wig. That's why it smells.
It's like synthetic plastic.
From a yarn.
Yeah.
That's perfect because Halloween's coming up too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Nah,
So let's talk about this hat, Joe.
Okay, so a few episodes ago, I said I was going to the big citywide sale that I had to drive an hour for. And first sale I go to, way off the beaten path. I was debating to go there. And I find this hat. Starter, 90s. I mean, it's vintage. And I knew I paid $1 for the thing. And I didn't even have to look it up. I just knew it was worth something. So I listed it last night finally. And I knew it needed some cleaning. And I'm like, I'm not going to clean it because I know I'll mess it up. Listed for $99. I have gotten at least 10 offers. And I don't even know how many messages right now looking at my phone asking about this hat.
How much?
And the fact is, so I've gotten $50, $60, and every time I'm counting 90. And then, of course, you get the messages like, hey, bro, hey, friend, I'll pay you right now if you accept my $50 offer. And I'm like, I message back, I go, everybody else is going to pay right away anyways, too. What is you paying me $50 right now going to make?
Hey, friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm in what was he, Colombia or something? Yeah, he was like in Colombia. So,
that's his. Yeah, that's his.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
but it's not the aftershock. What is it? It's not Soundwave. It's the aftershock.
No, Shockwave.
Shockwave?
Yeah.
I thought the Shockwave was the.
I mean, that is too. So is that, but like this is a shock. Like, well, here's a Vikings one. Shockwave, like that, like down the middle. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's Shockwave too.
Oh, yep.
Okay. So the one that Joe has is Shockwave too. That's kind of confusing. It's not called something else.
I thought it was Collision.
Maybe it's
know.
Collision. Yeah.
That's how I know Shockwave, but
But,
either way.
That's probably Collision.
anyway, yeah, I've got, bro, I can give you 50 now. Oh, it's got to go to Costa Rica or Colombia, so there's extra taxes and fees. And I'm like, well, that's not my problem. You live in another
Colombia?
country, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? Yeah,
They gotta
it was
pay that.
somewhere down in South America.
Yeah,
But
'cause
they
they gotta
want
pay
Minnesota. Like,
And
Yeah,
you got
we
it for
only-
$1? How much you pay for it, Joe?
$1. Yeah.
And you just holding
believe it.
out on
And once I saw that at the first sale, and I picked up a vintage Green Bay Packers starter jacket too, and I'm like, this is going to be a great day.
Mhm.
I went to another one way out in the middle of nowhere. I found the NES old Nintendo games still in the box. I mean, they weren't new, but they had the box, the manuals. And she wanted $3 for 6 of them. And I'm like, I have to look this up. I'll just take. And I'm
you
like,
go back and give her more money?
why would I do that, Ray?
Yeah, right.
So
That's what people in the comments say.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
go back and give her more money? That's
Should
my
go back
Karen
to-
voice, Anna.
You
your
should go back
troll
so
boy?
she can give you more money.
That's
You
my
say
Karen
that's your
voice.
troll voice? I love it.
My
I was
Karen
getting trolled on
Karen
Facebook.
voice.
Your Karen
What's
voice,
that?
I said I was getting trolled on Facebook yesterday, and I was having a great time just commenting. Thank you so much for your comment. It's really helping boost my post in the algorithm. And then they'd all get
Yes.
pissed at me.
Yeah,
They would post
Those
something
are
like,
the-
what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? I get people that misinterpret me when I talk about like slave labor, and a lot of like these big corporations are selling either like the crochet, which can't be machine made, for super, super cheap, and which is a really big issue. Like, obviously they're not paying the people well enough. And so I talk about that a lot because sociology major, I'm passionate for social justice, and crochet, it's a total thing that I'm into. And people constantly misconstrue it. And they're like, well, poor people should be able to buy crochet. And I'm like, well,
it's not really
it's a
neat.
luxury.
Yeah.
It's handmade. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to buy it. I'm saying that people should be paid their worth, even if it is in a third world country. So I was getting a bunch of people hating on me for that. And then there was somebody else. What else? They were saying something. They were like, I wouldn't pay that much for this. And everybody else, like, they get like 80 replies or something. I'm like, thank you so much for commenting. I'm like, thanks. But it's crazy.
Yeah.
They don't have anything else to do with their lives instead of
Yeah.
you know.
For real. No, I
I-
just blocked a guy yesterday because I was like, you're so stupid. I can't handle you. I commented, I'm like, my guy, you're commenting on the wrong post. Like, just go away. And he was all like, well, tell me, what do you think? And I'm just like, no.
No.
I've used the best on Facebook are those and the people are so dumb on
Yeah.
Facebook, just in general. Some people just don't understand what they're doing. Like, I see all these accounts on Facebook, and all these accounts are like AI generated pictures.
Yeah.
And it will be like clearly an AI generated picture of like women in uniform with like a cross in the back. And it said like, why don't we see more women like this on TV or something like that? You know, and it's clearly like AI. And then it said in the comments like, yes, amen. God bless them. You know, like, yes, more women in them, you know, like, but it's funny because the person that is make this Facebook page and this Facebook post knows exactly what they're doing and is just like so manipulative. You know what I mean? But it's like you have these, for lack of a better term, these sheep that just like fall in line with what the person is actually trying to do.
It's like they just repost and stuff and don't even look into it.
They don't even look at it. But
Well,
clearly it's like, it's ridiculous.
There's so much of that garbage now on, especially Facebook, man. So much of it.
There's
So
a big
much.
issue with AI also in the crochet world. A lot of people
Really?
Yeah. So like, have you ever, on Facebook or on other platforms, there'll be like this picture of like, I'm trying to think. It's like a granny square elephant and it's like huge and it looks like it's at this museum and there are people like standing next to it. And you think like, if you don't crochet, you're like, wow, that's amazing. Somebody made that. Well, when I see it, I'm like, this is obviously AI generated. I can't see the stitches. And it also just, when you look into it more, it looks janky. But now there are people who are designing crochet patterns using AI, and they're using AI to like make the Etsy listing. So they'll be selling like this crochet pattern, but it's made by AI, and the listing photo doesn't look like what the pattern is. So they're totally scamming people. It's a huge issue as well. And like people will make AI patterns. They'll be like, look I made this free pattern with the help of AI. And like, okay, sure. But like, it's a whole thing where people are getting scammed now. They're trying to buy like a crochet pattern. If you're a new crocheter, you don't know like, wow, this stitch looks different or it looks really fake. And so people have been getting scammed, and I keep seeing it all over Etsy. And there are all these negative reviews like, this is a scam. The pattern doesn't look like what the picture looks like. Or they'll just use the picture like for the listing photo. And then if you swipe, you'll see the actual crocheted thing, which to me is still crappy. Yeah. But it's a whole, which is kind of scary.
Does the crochet thing, like if you buy the AI generated pattern, which clearly is not going to look with what the picture looks like because it's AI generated as well. But is it even close?
No.
Like, if it's like so like if I do like an AI generated pattern of like Pikachu, and then I go to sew it, and it's like, man, this looks like Chinese Pikachu or something crazy.
It's so bad. Like, or it's all like the instructions are terrible because it doesn't really know, and so it'll be like missing parts, or it'll just look like crap. But that happens on Pinterest too, because I'll be looking for patterns and I'll see a cute one and then I'll click on it and it'll take me to a different blog that has like, so like I was looking for a Baby Yoda pattern and I found a cute one and I clicked on it on Pinterest and it took me to a different free pattern that was totally opposite, super ugly. So it's a whole like marketing like scam that they do. Even with real crochet too. It's sad.
Runs deep.
Oh my God, there's so much. I can't do it. I hate it. It drives me insane.
Is there a lot of drama in the crochet community?
Yeah, it's so stupid. I just made a post. If you go to my YouTube page, I made a community post, because I was so annoyed. And I was like, so what happened is this person kind of like stole this other person's pattern and never told anyone.
I didn't even think that was a thing. Can you copyright your patterns?
Yes.
Oh.
Didn't know that.
So she used this person's free pattern and she was selling it, which is fine. But in the crochet community, like, you know, if somebody else crocheted this Totoro and then they posted it, but they didn't like tag me or say like, oh, it was made by Miss A Crochet.
Yeah, like designed by.
That's a big, like, not something you do. So this is what this newbie girl was doing. And she got called out because a bigger YouTuber made a video calling her out. And I was like, you really couldn't have just messaged her?
Right. Yeah, that's a little weird too.
She was then going to have this design that wasn't hers, that she also didn't credit the designer, manufactured. So she wasn't even going to have it be crocheted anymore. She was going to have it be mass produced and then sell it. And so she was literally stealing like the copyright design. And so then all these people, after she had released like an apology video, whatever, were then making more commentary videos about it and raking in thousands of views, which to me is stupid. They weren't involved at all. And they would just be like, I don't know any of the people involved with this thing, with this event, but here's my 2 cents. And then they would start spewing like legal advice, even though they're not lawyers.
They're not lawyers.
And I was
that
like,
does sound like a lot of drama.
So stupid. You're literally making money off of this no offense, dumb girl's really, really big mistake. Like, to me, that's crappy. As I then sit here and talk about it now. But you know,
do you know who Heckin' Steve is?
Right?
Do you know who Heckin' Steve is, Anna?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Do you know who Heckin' Steve is?
Was that the guy you were talking to me about?
Well, you mentioned it, Ray, a few weeks ago, and he goes and he
makes videos about resellers. Was that it?
Yeah, but he just like talks crap. His whole YouTube videos are watching reselling videos and just degrading the reseller. Yeah, like, dude, like, go find something else to do, right?
Right.
It's like all the trolls on Facebook. I'm like, I'm sorry that my life is better than yours. Like, for real. It's just, that's crazy. But he has a big following, though, this guy, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't watch much of his.
8,000.
That's not fair.
I had to look him up, and I think he only has like 7,000 or 8,000.
That's crazy.
Subscribers.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, though. You know, misery loves company, though. You know,
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So, what you guys got going on this week? Well, Joe, what are we eating for breakfast? Joe's going to come and visit me here in Nashville in a couple days.
I asked you what's a good breakfast place, and Waffle House doesn't count.
I mean,
yes, it does.
It does. It does for sure.
Nope, doesn't.
Mm-mm. He's traumatized from that.
How long? When do you have to be on the road by?
Whenever we want.
Whenever you want. Okay.
I think we have to pick somebody up in Knoxville before we get to the place or something like that.
Okay, that's
in the afternoon.
I wonder if Monell's has a breakfast menu.
Oh,
Dude, you'll be too full all day after doing that if they do.
That is true.
Brennan,
they do have a breakfast menu.
Ate at
breakfast
a lot
hours
in Vegas, and I was constantly full, and I still would go out and would try something else. It was just nonstop full.
I mean, we did that in Nashville too, though.
That is true.
You have
breakfast.
To.
Here's from breakfast from 8 to 11, Joe. Okay. Smoked sausage, bacon, biscuits and gravy, country ham, fried apples, pancakes, scrambled eggs, hash browns, cheese grits, skillet fried chicken for breakfast, corn pudding, coffee, and more. If you're interested, from 8 to 11.
All right.
FYI.
And that's not very far from, because I'm staying at the same hotel that we stayed at for the meetup. So.
Oh, are you? Okay. If anything, we can just go across the street and go to Cracker Barrel or something.
Cracker Barrel, yeah.
I made them go when we were in Florida.
Did you like Cracker Barrel, Anna?
I've never been. Well, I only went for the first time when we went in Florida, but we didn't eat there. I just went to the shop. Because I didn't realize that it was a restaurant. I thought it was just a store.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We don't have any up here.
You don't?
Maybe
you don't have like a Cracker Barrel equivalent?
No.
We have some.
Here's a restaurant. Here's also a shop that you can pay $7 for a Snickers bar.
I got it when we were there.
What is that?
It's a claw.
Oh yeah.
I need to have like random stuff like that.
So Ray, when we meet you in Nashville in a few days, I'm gonna tilt the computer thing. You want me to bring the giant whale shark? You can. I'll sell it to you for like $1,000.
Dude, that's awesome. How long did that take you, Anna?
This one took 26
hours.
26 what? Oh wow.
And then the pink one that I can't reach took 13.
Wow.
Wow.
That's so cool.
They're my pride and joy. People do offer me big money for them, and I say no.
What's big money?
Like, one person did offer me like $1,000, or they wanted to commission me, and I was like, labor alone was going to be over $500, and they were like, just let me know when you open up your commissions. I'm like, I don't want to make another one.
Let me know when you have a free 27 hours.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I don't. That thing is.
Do you think you can do it faster now that you know what you're doing?
I think so, because I had made the big one, or I had made this one over there first, the one whose mouth you can see. I then made this one, which took the 26. And then the pink one I made in a week, which took the 13 hours. And so I do think I'm faster. I think I'm just in general faster at crocheting because I can crochet without looking as well. But still, it would still take forever. And the big one is like 15 pounds. No way I can ship this thing.
I can ship anything.
Well, I know.
Yeah, we can ship it.
Joe will ship it.
That's $1,000.
Yeah.
Man. You can get a quick $1,000.
The thing isn't alive. We could squish that thing in a tiny little box about this big, no problem.
No. I stuffed that thing's 15 pounds.
Make it work.
No.
Make it work.
We'll make it work. We'll just put it in a big poly bag and a trash bag.
Yeah. And then
Slap a label on it.
suck all the air out of it.
Yeah.
Vacuum
suck the air out of it.
air out. Yeah.
But guys, so real quick, I did wanted to bring up the comment of the week.
Oh.
But before we get to the comment of the week from last week's episode that we had with Ken, I do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the podcast, My Reseller Genie, and the #1 accounting software solution for all resellers. So Anna, if you get to be more of a big deal and you want to learn a little bit more about your numbers, you can use My Reseller Genie here. Get ready for tax time at the end of the year. Use the code Nashville Flippers and you'll get 15% off your first month with My Reseller Genie. So shout out to My Reseller Genie. So comment of the week. I just picked one that was kind of very generic. Is Jill Kashirka's 25's comment, 4 of my favorites in the comment of the week. So shout out to Jill. Thank
you, Jill.
Yeah, there was 4 of us on here. So guys, again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, put the comment down, and if you want to know more about Anna's crocheting stuff, let us know. So you can be featured on comment of the week next week or in 2 weeks or whenever the episodes coincide.
Right.
One of these days we'll get back on track, Joe. Because I'm taking a vacation and stuff.
Joe.
As I said, we recorded every week so far.
No, I'm saying like it'll be like we won't have like a
gap.
Like we'll be like record the week of for the week.
That's what I'm saying. We need to take a few weeks off then.
Well, no, I'm saying for like holidays and stuff.
Yeah, for like holidays we'll be all right. So
so you can eat your turkey and watch our podcast too. You know?
Yeah. Thanksgiving special.
There you go.
Are you guys going to do a Halloween one with Halloween costumes? That could be fun.
We could.
I know somebody that can make a pretty good crochet well shark. Maybe I can commission them.
You make one as an outfit for Ray to wear.
I do want to make it one that I can like sit in.
Do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember the what was that? Katy Perry's like dancing shark meme at the Super Bowl?
Left shark.
Okay, I do have a shark thing though that I can wear. My friend got
left shark. There you go. These are my shark fins. These are my shark fins, Brendan. I don't know why I said it like that. So
you're Australia.
My shark fins.
Shark fins.
Joe, what do you? So you're leaving to go to Gatlinburg, the pancake capital of the world.
Is it really?
That's what I like to say. You'll see when you get there. You'll be like, why is there so many pancake places there?
They got to be good then. They got to
legit. I think there's like 100 pancake places there.
No way,
dude! I'm telling you, Gatlinburg. Go ahead.
I'm excited. I saw somebody post that they were at Buc-ee's in Knoxville, so I'm hoping I can see a Buc-ee.
You'll see one on the way there. Crossville.
Joe, you never been to a Buc-ee's?
No.
Oh man.
We had anything like that here.
When I went there,
when we were in Tennessee for the Raised meetup.
Yeah.
I think they were pretty far away. So
when I went to the second FlipCon, I drove and I went through Kentucky. And there's one in Kentucky. I forgot the city, like Richmond or something like that.
Richmond.
And there was and I'd never been. Dude, it's like a Walmart for snacks. Like they got everything. Like they got their own bakery. They got their own they make their own sandwiches. Like 20 fountain drinks. Wow. I spent close to like $100 on food there because I bought so much stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, you're
I've
gonna.
heard those little Bucky. Are they the nuggets? Those little
The nuggets.
caramel pop-
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I put in the. What Kristen sent me the nugget things. They're not from
Beaver
Buc-ee's.
nuggets.
Good. Yeah, beef. Man, they're good.
Joe, here are the top 5 pancake restaurants in Gatlinburg.
Okay.
To think that there's more than 5 is already saying that there's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
Right.
So, Pancake Pantry, Artrium Pancakes, Crockett Breakfast Camp, Little House of Pancakes, Log Cabin Pancake House. So, we have a pancake pantry here in Nashville.
You guys should go like
Alright.
a pancake tour of all the restaurants.
There
How
we
many
go.
pancake places can you eat in Gatlinburg, you
That's
think,
the
Joe?
challenge. I don't know. That's the challenge.
The
Well,
pancake challenge.
you take them to go. If you can take them to go, you just eat in the car as you're driving to the next one.
Mm.
You eat a lot.
So,
Are they
so
open
real quick,
24 hours as well?
I don't know.
mean,
I don't know.
A lot of parameters on how that's going to work.
There's an I'd flip that pancake joke in there somewhere.
Just real quick, look, these are all pancake places in Gatlinburg.
Okay, there's a few.
Wow.
That's just a,
No big deal.
all right.
All these are
And
pancake
they're like
places.
so close to each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
That's what makes it crazy. They're all there.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop every
Wow.
You're gonna have a ball in Gatlinburg and see all these redneck. It's the redneck. What do they call it? Vacation.
world.
It's like the redneck vacation spot.
I thought that was like probably the Ozarks, but it's not, huh?
Oh, it probably is up there. Here down south, it's Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Okay.
Mm.
When there is literally a amusement park dedicated to Dolly Parton amusement park there.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's a show. Are you gonna go to Dollywood?
We're not sure yet. I know some people talked about it, and it all depends on if we go
Yeah,
or not.
What-
I don't know.
yeah.
Depends if we really want to. I don't know.
So what are you going to be doing there? I know that you're doing the with the consignment chat ladies. Do you know what you're?
I don't know. I'm there just to carry Nicole's luggage. I don't know. Drive her. That's, let's bring her drinks when she's sitting by the pool. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing.
There you go.
How long are you going to be there for?
We fly in Wednesday night, see you Thursday morning, drive over there Thursday afternoon, come back Sunday afternoon, fly back Sunday night.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, so you're going to drive
3 days.
and fly all in the same day?
Yes, Ray, I can handle that. Yes.
Okay, just saying. I'm just saying. Sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot to me because it's far.
Because guess
It
what?
seems far.
The drive is fine, and then I get on the plane and I can relax on the way home.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm landing Wednesday night. I'm just going to drive to a hotel and sleep in that, Although I probably won't sleep because the excitement to see you the next morning is just,
It's like Christmas, Anna.
2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Tops.
yeah, if I'm lucky.
Joe, I told you that we got here. We finally got the Sun Country flights, or like the
Did you?
Yeah, like a couple months ago.
I remember Paul was ripping on me for Sun Country. Like, I've never heard of that before. And I'm like,
What are you
"Oh,
talking about? I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
It's an airline.
An airline. It's called Sun Country.
Sun Country?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know what it was either.
Minnesota, and they
Minnesota.
go to Mexico, Vegas a lot. Must be
We've
Michigan.
taken it to Florida, haven't we?
Yep, Florida. Yeah, they don't go all over the place. They have just certain things. But
I didn't know what it was until Joe told me at the meetup. I was like, I don't know what that is. And then I just got an email for it. It was probably 2 months ago that we have it now. So
well, there you go. Use it.
I say we just go to Cracker Barrel.
there you go.
Wait,
Cracker
Yeah, we have Sun Country, but we don't have Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, right. We have Sun Country. We don't have Waffle House. I'll take the Sun Country.
Dude, I'll take Waffle House. I'll take it right now.
Dude, I'm
I'll
gonna
take
go.
it
I want to go to Waffle House. I can't leave though. That's the thing. I gotta wait for this FedEx package.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
Sell
maybe
your
later.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah. From
Brendan, have you found anything good this last week worth reselling?
Man, what did I find? I found some like golf shoes and flip flops. I think I sent it to you guys, but man, it's been like summer's been bad for sourcing, man. I found a few things, but like nothing notable that I can bring up.
I take it you're not going to drive to that location that Ken's going to in Michigan with the 200 garage sales. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either this weekend or the next.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
You need inventory.
He said he didn't even know if he was going yet. That's when. If
it's not there, it's probably okay. You could still go.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that's what he was saying. He's like, oh, I'm not sure. I didn't even know about it.
You don't do highway sales at all, Brendan?
Yeah, I do, but like the 127 starts like on the opposite side of the state for me. Like it goes to Alabama. So just for me to get to the start would be like 3.5 hours. So I just haven't done it yet. One of these days I'm gonna do a couple, but I just haven't done them yet.
Gotcha.
Our highway sales are like a good 2 or 3 hours away from you too. Mine's
just
all those big citywides instead. So
yeah,
all I get.
We'll see what happens.
Highway sales, Joe.
What's that?
Do you do highway sales?
No, I was just saying that they're at least 2 or 3 hours away. Like there's one along the Mississippi between Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then there's another one south of Minnesota that goes into Iowa, I guess. But there's nothing close in my area that just does it.
You just go to the ones that you see when you're delivering pizzas too.
Well, yeah. In my town, I just scope out where there's going to be garage sales. So.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see what happens when you go to citywide sales. You find those like shockwave hats or whatever.
Right. Well, that's just it. I found that and I found those games. And then the next 30 garage sales was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
I had never found anything.
Where did you find the game that we were playing last night?
Oh, so I got that at a Goodwill in town. So it's King's Court, I think it's called.
Yeah,
I just posted it. Yeah. And it's like if checkers and Chinese checkers had a baby.
It's crazy.
The strategy.
I'm forcing him to keep it. I want it. I want to keep playing it.
So you played it? Was it fun?
Yeah, I've had it a few times last night.
Yeah, we played like 12 in a row.
And then I forced him to play with me this morning too.
And every time I buy it, I'm like, okay, we need to play this, and then boom, it sells and it's gone. I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're not going to play it. So I don't have this one listed. I just got it last week, and I'm like, all right, let's try this. Why are people going crazy for it? That's it.
Yeah.
Or the original game of Super Checkers.
Yes.
I don't even know if I know how to play checkers.
It's really hard
because you're bougie and you play chess or what?
I know how to play chess. I don't know how to play checkers. I've never played checkers before in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
It's really easy. It's easy. I can play chess.
Oh, here's a picture of you. Here's little Anna right here too.
Picture of Anna.
Hey.
That's the good one that you had in July.
That was the good market, not the bad one.
Yeah, she had a bad one a few weeks ago that
look at this little young guy right here.
Man.
So handsome.
Joe, you still look at that.
What's that?
Joe, how old were you in this picture?
23.
Mom was 21.
Yeah, Nicole's 21 and she was getting carded at her wedding.
I can't remember. Did I get married at 23? I think I did. Yeah, look at you. Look at all that hair.
I know, right? I even cut it. I had like shoulder length back in the day too. That's what really won Nicole over was the shoulder length hair.
You should grow it back.
Oh.
Hey, you see that? I don't have that brown head. Get a van and some candy and I'll start convincing that.
Yeah. You should grow it back.
You'll be on the strip.
Yeah. They had on the strip in Fremont, they have these circles. Brennan knows that you can rent out and just people wear whatever they want or not wear at all. What
do you mean circles?
So there's a 5-foot circle. You rent it out, and then people go by and they can get pictures with you, or you try and interact with them. Like you know, I got whipped by some lady that was wearing barely anything, you know, trying to get your attention. Hey, come over, let's get a picture. Oh, by the way, it's going to cost you $20 after the picture's taken.
There was a couple magicians. There was the one guy who was like,
there's a drummer
crawling in the box. Like,
some contortionist.
Like, tiny box.
Yeah.
Hate that.
And then a few people dressed like Pennywise, just sitting there, just staring at you.
Yeah, because they had like the little thing, and they're like, they needed to reach a certain amount of tips or whatever to like activate or whatever. So like when like people would like put the tip in, they would just kind of be like move
were they
slowly.
like robots or something?
No, they're people in the suit.
I mean, yeah, you just stand there and you don't do nothing until they put money in, and then hey, now I'll put on the show.
It's dumb. But he was, you could, if you grew your hair back right here, you could be the Pennywise.
Ray, when we go in September, we'll rent a circle. Yeah. And then you got perform.
I'll play violin.
Dude, they'll bring
because nobody's going to hear it because it's so damn loud there. They'll hear you play violin.
You know, Anna, one of my biggest pet peeves in life has to do with the violin.
Is what?
You want to know what has to do with the violin? Do you know what it is?
Oh, it is a violin. I was just joking.
I'm not saying that like the violin is one of my pet peeves, but one of the things in my life that's one of the biggest pet peeves has to do with the violin. And that is during Christmas time here in Tennessee, you see these people like on the street corner and like in front of Target or whatever, and they're playing the electric violin, but they're not really playing the electric violin.
Oh my gosh!
They play it to a track.
Yes.
It drives me crazy. And I go up to these people giving them money, and I'm like, what are you doing? This kid clearly is not playing the violin because he's over here playing Bruno Mars's 24 Karat Magic. He should be like on America's Got Talent or something.
No, there's this guy who gets recommended to me on like my personal Instagram, and he like plays the violin like shirtless, and he's all buff, and I'm just like, but he purposefully like has his fingers off camera like I am right now.
Oh my gosh.
Doing this. But you can totally tell like the bow, like he holds the bow super wrong. And people are like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful and so talented. Yeah. And I'm like, no, he's not playing. There's a different girl that I can get him to. He's not there
playing the violin for the ladies, okay?
There's a different lady though, and she'll literally be playing it. But then if you look at the audio in the reel, it's not hers. It's like somebody else's audio.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's so bad. That is a pet peeve of mine as well. Thank you.
Anything for
you? I was going to say,
that, Joe?
We didn't talk about it, but when Anna was in high school, she played like 7 different instruments.
I did.
What were the 7? Name them. Let's go, Anna.
What are they?
Okay.
Oh.
Piano, violin.
So you see the balloons?
Guitar,
Yeah.
banjo, cello,
drums,
and drums.
Oh.
Look at this.
Right?
Just hold up 7.
I don't either, but we got balloons.
Oh, hold up.
It's 7.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a thing
balloons don't work
because it was asking me on my new computer, and I was like, "No, I don't want this."
We do this every
week.
I
got really distracted.
I know.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it just does it for us.
Well,
like, what?
Okay, when it was COVID and I was doing Zoom college classes, my professors would do something and it would like pop up on the screen while they were lecturing, and it was so funny.
We do this every week and we don't know how it works.
Every week, and we don't know how it's being done. So
I don't know. I'll see how that goes. I don't know.
There we go. Yeah, Brennan got it.
Yeah. I'm excited to see you this week, Joe. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to meet Anna's mom for the first time. So that's going to be fun. What's something about Nicole that I got to know about? Like, so like, I'm not like, you know what I mean?
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Yeah. To prepare me for your mother.
I don't know. If you
what are some things that what is something that she really likes? Maybe I can get her a gift.
Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Shut up, Brendan.
That's right.
I'll drop her off. She can go eat better.
What does mom really like? She likes the color pink. No.
That really helps.
Okay, she likes the color pink. She likes Frenchies. She likes our dogs. Frenchies.
Scrunchies?
Yeah.
Frenchies, French bulldogs.
Frenchies. I thought you said scrunchies. I'm like, scrunchies.
No.
Yeah, she's got a collection of 3,000 scrunchies.
Oh, no.
Real big scrunchie collector over here.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what else she likes. She likes a lot of things.
Yeah. So much we can't even think of it.
I know.
Yeah.
You'll think of like 10 days when we get done. Like when you get off.
Exactly.
Right?
That's just it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Click it and we'll be like, oh, there was this and there was that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or she'll watch this and be like, you couldn't think of one thing I like.
Yeah.
That's what's going to
Figure it
happen.
out.
It's going to happen.
We'll figure it out. So,
Yeah.
Anna, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
It
you,
was
Anna.
so much fun.
Thank you for
We
having
need
me.
to have Anna next time. We just need to have Anna on at all times, or just in the background. You can just yell at Joe. No,
I do
Joe.
that in the Marco Polos. Is that what it is?
Yes, in the Marco Polos.
Yeah, the millennial pause.
Are we talking about the
Oh, right, yeah.
Gen X breath?
Yes, such a deep breath before he starts talking.
The millennial
And then he
pause
starts
for the Gen X breath.
to the
I'll
Gen
take
Z, to the Gen
Next
X.
time.
Oh, snap. I went on this weird rabbit hole. I know that I'm ending this podcast, but Anna, would you say you're like a millennial, Gen Z? You're definitely not a Gen Alpha.
Okay, I was born in 2002, so I think that would be Gen Z.
Gen Z?
Or it's kind of almost in like that weird, like, what was it? Like 1998 to like 2004 or whatever. People are always like, this is like the weird thing where we still had like VHS tapes and things like that. And then afterwards, whatever. So I do think, though, technically I'm Gen Z.
Gotcha.
I
The
think.
reason why I ask is that
Because I'm
my
not like
wife
the
and I-
skibbity toilet.
yes. So my wife and I went on this deep dive on Gen
Yeah.
Alpha slang. So,
Yeah.
okay, Brennan. So, get this. Skibbity Toilet, Ohio. Non-Sigma. No cap. No Riz.
Okay.
Zero got.
Riz, yeah.
Do you know what that means?
What did he say?
I don't know. No idea.
So,
Anna?
got.
Anna, do you know?
No cap or cap. No cap means you're not.
Yeah, I know that much.
Right. No cap.
Oh,
So
okay.
cap is lying. Riz is like charm or like flirting, your ability to flirt or like whatever. And then what was the other one?
Skibbity.
I know it pretty well. Sigma. That one.
I have no idea what she
Sigma's good, right? Like you're the man.
Right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like skibbity is bad, and then if you put
Right.
if you do skibbity Ohio is like really bad. Ohio is
Yes,
like bad.
Ohio is always bad.
Wow.
So skibbity toilet Ohio is like you're super bad.
Worse.
And Joe, if you have big time Riz, you're a Risley bear.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay.
A Risley bear.
Riz is like like Kuzma stuff.
And then there's got. You know what got is?
Yacht. Yes.
Yeah. It's a butt.
The butt, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, like look at that got.
Yeah.
Level 5 got. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
So,
is what
ladies and
you're
gentlemen, that has been Gen Alpha Words with Ray. Stay tuned next week.
Yeah.
And Hannah. So Rizzler and mewing. That's like charming. Yeah, like mewing.
I can't do it.
Really?
Is this?
I don't know.
You got it, Brennan. You got it.
I guess.
That's what
There you
people
go.
do.
So, guys, thank you so much. Anna, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I know it was probably super weird when we were like, hey, let's get Anna on the podcast.
She's like,
I don't know. I thought it was fun. I mean, small businesses.
mhm.
Yeah, that's right. So,
That's right.
Anna, again, where would guys, and again, all of Anna's links are going to be down in the description below. So make sure you give her a follow. Make sure you buy her non-AI generated patterns.
For sure.
That's another thing too. See, we do this.
Hold on.
It hurts my hands though.
Yeah, see? There we go.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
Ours doesn't work.
I know.
I can't. It has to be like my carpal tunnel coming from being a musician and crocheter.
Now
My
we're
hands.
balloons.
We're getting super distracted. But yeah, all Anna's stuff is going to be down in the description below. Make sure to follow her. And anything else for the people, Anna?
What do you got for the people?
What you got for the people? We're doing balloons and hearts. Man. That's all we got.
I know.
Oh,
We Brendan and I know this every week, and he asks us, and we're like,
support small businesses. Shop local.
There
Yes.
you go. Shop local. Make sure you don't steal people's designs.
Yeah, that's not
And
good.
like always, make sure to like, share, subscribe. And like always, my name is Ray.
I'm Joe.
I'm Brendan.
We'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all. God bless. Peace.